concerts, musical concerts, should be a place where people can go and express themselves. Three, two, one. Hi guys. So this video isn't a normal
positive and jumpity video. It's a kind of sad subject type of video. So if you're prone to getting emotional, just like take a break, take a breather.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
And get ready.
So if you don't know, we live in England, and if you didn't hear about the Manchester attack, we'll go a quick explanation over it. And we actually don't live that far from Manchester. And when we heard about the attack in Manchester, it kind of hit home a little bit, because at the end of the day, we live in the UK, we're not far from Manchester, and it's just one of those things, like, you wouldn't expect it to happen in Manchester. So Manchester is 2 hours away from where we are, which
It's
really...
a 2-hour drive.
Yeah, which really isn't that far. It generally isn't though, is it? That's crazy to think about. Manchester is a 2-hour drive. So basically what happened was Ariana Grande performed her last song. I don't actually know what the last song she was. It neither one last time, or was one last time.
It was one last time.
So she performed one last time. She went down. The music was still playing. The music like stopped, like faded out. The house lights all turned on, and people started exiting the bit. And as you exit the Manchester Arena, you go into the foyer bit. But so this man, he had a suitcase. He was known to terrorist police, and he basically said, "My daughter's at the concert. Can I wait in the foyer?" He didn't have tickets for the concert. They said yes, and then that's where he let the bomb off. It's
the adrenaline from everyone. It would have been mad. It would have been chaotic. I can't even imagine. It would have been insane.
So many people that weren't injured helped people that were, helped ring their parents, helped everything.
I saw this person on the news, and she had an injury to her leg, but she saw someone else who had an injury to their leg, to their hand, or to their back. I can't remember which one. But she said to the ambulance guy, "No, don't treat me. Go see her, because she's more injured than I am." I was like, oh my god.
But the only reason why so many people got injured is because where the bomb hit, all of the little bits of, I forgot what it's called.
What bullets?
No, like
nails.
In the bomb there was nails and bolts, which is horrible to even think about. So when the bomb went off, nails and bolts went flying everywhere. That's why so many people had puncture wounds to their body. If you don't know, I think in total 22 people died. Some people died at the scene right there, and some people died in hospital. I don't think there's anybody missing anymore.
No, I think most of them have been found now.
Because when the day after the attack, we got told that 20 people died. And
well, we didn't get told.
Well, yeah, but it was on the news.
Yeah.
And like so many people were missing, and
yeah, some people as young as 8, like.
The youngest was 8 that died.
Yeah, she died, yeah.
And just to think, like, our little sister's 10, but for her parents, I don't know if her mum died, I don't know that.
No, I think parents were okay, I reckon. I'm not sure though.
But just to think, like, so many people died, and like, the little girl youngest 8, like, that's just horrendous. But it's just, at the end of the day, we live on the same planet, and nothing's gonna change. And what made me even more, like, in a way worried, is because at the moment our country, the UK, is filled with army, police, with guns everywhere. If there's a bomb scare, the amount of police that go there with guns, And if you go in London right now, have you seen like videos from London at the moment?
It's crawling with police and armed forces, isn't it?
If
Something.
every single like road, there's one policeman with a gun and one army man with a gun, and like that's pretty scary to be honest. But yet there was another attack in London.
On London Bridge.
Three men drove down the bridge in a van, hitting pedestrians on the side of the road. I think it killed like 6 people.
I heard 7.
6 or 7 people, and then 8 minutes later, they all got shot. But there was a thing on Facebook. I read it to you, didn't I? It says the things normal people can do in 8 minutes: have a cup of tea, have a bath, get dressed, have a wash, and like do all these in 8 minutes. And then it says what police and armed forces do in 8 minutes: get ready for the situation, mentally prepare themselves, shoot the men. Like, I know it sounds horrible, but at the end of the day, these people killed innocent lives, and there's been so many attacks in England right now. There was the one in London outside, I think the Houses of Parliament, weren't it?
Yeah.
Then there was a Manchester, and now there's another London one.
It was either House of Parliament or Westminster Abbey.
Yeah, I can't remember. We watched Ariana Grande's benefit concert on Sunday night. It was the most touching, bravest, influential concert I've ever like sat there and actually watched. I think I sat there and watched, was it 3 hours?
You watched more than that, though.
I sat there and watched the whole thing from start to finish, and I cried, Mum cried, and Abby nearly had a tear, but Abby was actually editing a video at the time, I think.
Yeah, so I didn't actually get to see a lot of it because I was just editing.
But we just, like, she is such a brave girl to go back, not even a week later, 6 days later, because it happened on Monday. Not even a week later, she came back to the UK, and Ariana, if, like, you're probably not going to watch this, but if you ever do see this, us and everybody in the UK admires you. Everywhere we go, people are like, oh my god, that's such an amazing thing she's done. She's incredible. She deserves everything right now. Like, she went through a horrific thing. She witnessed an horrific thing.
And to come back and be like, you know what? We're going to show everyone that we're not scared. We can do this. We can come back from this. And I think that's a really powerful, like, not powerful,
She
really
said,
brave, powerful, amazing thing to do.
She said that music is a universal language. At the end of the day, you hear music, you dance along. Musical concerts should be a place where people can go and express themselves and enjoy themselves and let go of all their worries. And
everything.
For everybody that went to that Manchester thing, the benefit concert, I have so much like respect for the people that turned up at that concert. There was a very little chance that something bad could happen again, but they was like, we are Manchester, we are the United Kingdom, and we stick together, and we don't let anything come in our way. And all I've got to say is everybody at school, everywhere you go, if somebody's speaking about the Manchester attack, or if everyone's speaking about Manchester right now, it's like how close people are. And we just want to know if you are from Manchester and if you have been affected by this, we support you, we have your back all the way, and nobody should ever have to go through anything like this.
And slightly off topic, I have huge respect for Ariana Grande's mum because she took people backstage, not to like meet Ariana or anything, but because she was scared for their safety and she wanted them to come out safe because there weren't a lot of people coming out unhurt or anything. So she wanted to reduce the risk of anyone else getting hurt. So I have huge respect for her.
And there's so many people that stepped in and helped other people, that actually rescued other people. Because did you see on
Yeah,
the
'cause-
news this morning.
And this homeless guy helped a girl
Yeah.
as well. She was on the pavement just
Pouring blood.
pouring blood, crawling, and this homeless guy just picked her up, and he was trying to help as best he could. Bless him.
But there was there was a thing, I watched it today, and it was this girl, and I think she was 13, 14, and she rang her mum. She was 2 meters away from basically being killed from the bomb, and her whole legs were cut open, and she was trying to be on the phone to her mum, talking to her, saying that she's like hurt, but she couldn't hear her mum speaking because her ears were ringing from the bomb. And so this lady, her boyfriend, she said her boyfriend was really calm, so that's what made her feel really calm. And she stepped in and helped meet the mum and daughter up, and they got reunited the other day.
What the boyfriend did?
No, the lady, her boyfriend was really calm and he was helping other people. She saw this little girl on the floor pouring with blood, 14 years old.
Oh, just this random lady?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And she helped her find her mum, helped her get an ambulance, and then they got reunited the other day.
The ambulance crew was so quick on the scene,
Yeah.
though. So big shout out to
They
the ambulance
came
crew of
from
Manchester.
all over the UK
Yeah.
as well. I think they even came from round by us, to be honest, because they needed that many people to go there and help out. And the benefit concert is incredible. Also, if you want to donate, can you put a link in the comment?
I don't think
There's a donation page for
you have
it.
to show me where, and then
Yeah, I
it'll be
think
in,
it's just called Manchester.
it'll be in the
Donation.
description if
If you want to go donate, it helps pay for the funerals, give some money to the emergency services, say thank you, and all the hospitals. All the hospitals have been incredible. Emergency services have been incredible.
They've all been
and-
doing their best. A lot of people have survived by going to the hospital, by the ambulance service being as quick as they was, and everyone was just incredible.
So many more lives could have been lost if
we didn't
everybody
have the
wasn't ready.
facilities that we do. So thank you to everyone in the United Kingdom.
And we just want everybody to know there's no point of fighting with hate. We might as well stay together, ignore all the hate going on in the world, stick together, and just think, at the moment, these families need love, they need support. So let's come together as one, the United Kingdom, and let's just love each other,
Because
and
together,
treat each other.
together we're stronger. The bond is much stronger than when we're apart.
hmm
So yeah.
So if we all just stick together, and all over the world, there's been so much love from all over the world, it's incredible. But UK, if we stick together and we become one,
Yeah, because Love for Manchester or Something Manchester is still trending on Twitter. That's not
pray for
just.
Manchester.
That's it. Pray for Manchester. It's not just the UK. That's America. That's Australia. That's pretty much anywhere and everywhere. I even saw one from Poland. I think. I think that was the language they were in.
But
not sure.
also,
And Portugal.
yeah,
I saw that one as well.
the people that performed at the benefit concert, it was touching. Robbie Williams got to me. I think he sang the song Angels, didn't he?
Yeah.
And literally, that's the song that got me. But like, massive well done to everybody that performed. I know it was probably one of the hardest things you've ever done, and especially for Ariana Grande, she was incredible. Throughout every song, you could tell she wanted to break down in tears,
But she
but
kept
she
it
didn't.
together.
She kept it together for the kids and for every parent that was there. And I hope one day I can be as good as her and as like strong as a person, because at the moment she's the strongest person I know. Like, I've never met anybody like her, and it's just incredible to think that she did that concert for the parents. Deep down, I don't think she could have done it. I don't think she felt like she could do it, but she did it. She killed it, and it was one of the best things I've ever seen. And it's crazy. But if we fight with love and not hate, we'll get a lot further in the world. So, UK, come together as one.
Can't help 2 fingers.
One.
So yeah, that was our intake on everything that's happened so far in London and Manchester. And we hope you didn't get too upset, because that's not what we aimed to do in this video. We may have rambled on a bit too much, but
it was needed.
Yeah, it was needed a lot. And yeah, we hope you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to like
and subscribe
and comment if you want to. We're not pushing you to, you don't have to, you can just watch it just for the sake of it. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, we really appreciate it. And yeah, take care guys.
Be safe.
Stay safe.
We love every single one of you. Ready?
Don't let sadness drag you down.
We love you. Alright guys, we'll see you soon. We'll do our usual outro, but then we'll do a bit more. So ready?
Yep.
Peace, love, and stay safe. Love you guys. Oh!